The Type S is where it's at. We're looking at the MDX Type S today. I'll include a link to the Michael Acura and Murray's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this very special Type S. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into the review. Under the hood is a 3-liter turbo V6 that goes through a 10-speed, fuel economy 17 around town, 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 354 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. This one's finished in this very special bright blue, definitely pops. Super sharp headlight design. I like how the grill's blacked out. You got the offset Type S badge as well, blacked out venting around. There's also fog lights at the very bottom, and altogether the contrast on this, great looking. Tire and wheel setup is 275 by 40 by 21. You've got silver on the top of the wheel, black in the center, and then you've got Brembo brakes, red calipers, so even more contrast. Blacked out fender flares, you got the rest of the blacked out trim here on the side too. And if we take a look at the whole side profile, yeah, it pops even more. When it comes to key fob features, you've got the Acura logo with the Type S badge there on the back, lock unlock, you got the opening for the hatch and remote start. With the seats folded down, you have an insane amount of storage in the rear. I like how they have these separated mats for the third row too. That helps out quite a bit. The third row passengers do get little cup holders there in the back. When it comes to spacing, I would reserve it for kids. Pretty typical of most SUVs in this segment. And then this section here is what would be behind the third row, which you can see is still pretty darn practical. Finally, we've got this to lower down the hatch, and then you have a 12-volt there. And there is a normal hatch button up top too. Got the taillights that kind of arc across, and then you can see all the rest of the badging here on the back. And if that wasn't enough, the exhaust tips on this also make it look a lot sportier. That will cap things off for the exterior. Keyless entry, and let's pop in. Sunshade for the rear passengers, and then you've got this nice two-tone trim on the door panel with the red and the black. Bang & Olufsen sound system, really high quality stuff there. And also, look at this trim, nice texture there. Blacked out piping and stitching down the seat, and all the adjustments on the side are nicely labeled. Legroom in the back is good. This is the second row, by the way. Storage pocket. We've got our own climate zone in the rear, heated seats, and then the seat here in the center can also kind of double as like an armrest and a center console in a sense. And then the headroom here in the second row is good. Keyless entry for up front. Let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got that same two-tone design with the black and the red. Memory seats. The mirrors do power fold in, and then we've got all of our window controls. Have a nice kind of feel to them. Type S there on the headrest, and then you can see the stitching design down the center. Power adjustments with lumbar support on the side. The passenger also has power adjustments with lumbar support. To the left of the steering wheel, you've got the controls to adjust the heads-up display, your kind of safety tech shortcut button, parking sensor, stability control, and there's a quick little look at that heads-up display. You've got nice perforated trim on the other side of the steering wheel so you can get better grip. Paddle shifters on the back, Type S logo. On the front face, you have practical controls for the adaptive cruise control and the lane centering, volume and voice command controls over on the left-hand side. Digital cluster here in the center, and kind of changes with the different drive modes. There's even a Sport Plus mode as well. It gets really aggressive. Now, last thing for the screen, if I actually change the drive mode again, you'll notice that it shows this little kind of depiction of the suspension. This does have height adjustable suspension. It'll change with the drive modes. This is also equipped with a 360 camera system. It's got good resolution. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar there on the side. This does respond quickly. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have a little side tab there as well. And there's lots of red stitching and soft touch on the dash. Below the infotainment system, we have dual zone climate. Well, actually tri-zone because you got the rear climate. But we've got controls for the heated ventilated seats. You also have massaging seats with this, and then the drive mode select dials in the center. Transmission select with those buttons. You got your auto stop start brake holds, and then the USB ports right there. Volume control, cup holders. We have the phone charging pad, and then the center console, which has the two different lids, more USB ports inside. And yeah, all the trim here feels very premium, and the fit and finish is great. And then we do have the controls up here for the giant sunroof. 2026 MDX Type S Advance, 77,800. Let's see how this performs. MDX Type S in this kind of special blue paint. I mean, this thing really, like, you got to see this in person. It really pops. And you know, Acura, kind of like some of the other luxury brands, has most of their cars in like black, white, gray. And so when you do see one in a bright color, because they don't make that many in bright colors, it really pops. It really stands out. Pop that massage seat function on, which This thing's a full-blown luxury car. I think that a lot of people think of Acura, I mean, I think of sporty, but the new MDX with all the features it has is full-blown luxury. I mean, massaging seats, heated, cooled. It's very insulated. It's got the double pane windows with the glass, so you don't get a lot of noise into the cabin. It's really solid setup. The engine's incredibly smooth. Now the NA V6 you can get in the regular MDX is nice, but this with the turbo power, it's a bit more exciting. It's a bit more exciting if you ask me. Now other than that, the suspension's super comfortable. It's very, very smooth. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, I think I was supposed to go down that road. I picked out a route because there's like only one road that goes through, and I'm pretty sure we just missed it. Well, we will recover from this. Let's hope this one goes through. It's got drive in the name, so I'm thinking... No, wait, it's probably going to be a circle. Face palming right now. But you know what? I'm not going to complain because this thing drives really well. Man, this is a fancy pants neighborhood, by the way. Yeah, this is totally a circle. It's... Well, at least we get to test out the air suspension over some bumps. It's pretty comfortable. That's the other thing, like the MDX is actually a really good luxury car. Again, people just don't really, or at least I don't think people see it that way. They kind of look at this as, let's see if we can go down here. They kind of look at this as a sporty, just a sporty SUV. Man, I love this power delivery. We're not even in the... I want to see what the firmest... Okay, dismiss. Let's hold it. Yeah, I want to see what the firmest drive mode, the sportiest drive mode feels like with the suspension. It'll lower it down. That's one nice thing about the height adjustable suspension. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. It's a little bit firmer, but bad at all. This is kind of embarrassing because I didn't grow up in this city, but I grew up in Salt Lake County. I am completely lost. Well, not completely, but just kind of lost. I never went over to Murray, really. But good thing that Utah is just a bunch of squares for the roads, basically a bunch of square blocks. So if you do get a little bit lost, it's not insane to find your way back. My goodness, I love this engine. It's such a good V6. I'm usually not a fan of turbo V6s because they can be kind of peaky and not all that smooth. Not only is this not peaky, it's got good top end, by the way, you can tell, but it's just super smooth. Like the low end torque is fantastic. This is one of my favorite, like the only engine that I would say that is up there with this in terms of the performance feel is BMW's B58, the turbo inline 6. This thing is phenomenal. And the thing I like about Acura is you get a kind of a nicer interior than the German cars in terms of these materials just hold up better over time, and this just feels like a more quality built interior. So it's kind of a win. Yeah, look at that. We got squares for roads, so it's easy to find our way back. Man, that is quick to shift to. This is a great car. Pretty underrated in my opinion. You get 3 rows, you get tons of luxury, you get great acceleration, it looks good, and they don't, they don't make that many of them, So it's kind of rare. You don't see these all over the place like you do BMWs and Audis and Mercedes. So this is a cool car. Let me guys think about the MDX Type S, but I think this is, in terms of luxury performance 3-row, it is one of my favorite.